Hello, I am Hannes Elmeyer from the EDV and CAD group. In this video, I will show you the new preconfigurations in ElementsCAD for Vectorworks. When I double-click on a cabinet, we now have a new parameter or a new tab for configurations. Here, we have the option to simply select a configuration, and ElementsCAD creates all the necessary parameters in the background. We can see here a cabinet preset with a door and an empty segment above it. Now, I want to generate inner drawers. I'll just click on it and want to generate for both segments as well for bottom, middle and top of the drawer. I want a straight opening angle of 60 degrees. And just click on OK. Now we can see that an inner drawer has been automatically created. Essentially, a second piece of furniture was created, and the rest of the components were hidden. You can see it in the Show tab where the rest was hidden. Here, we can select emptiness for the front design of the cabinet and add the drawers to it so that it gets a front. I'll duplicate this cabinet using Duplicate and Arrange, with a width of 1000 millimeters. We'll look at other functions later. I'll double-click on it to show all components and make it complete again. I also set the front thickness to 19. Now, let's look at a configuration for double-sided cabinets. We set the front overhang for the front left to 19, for the front right to 19, and for the back right to 50, so you can see that a double-sided cabinet is automatically generated with the appropriate recesses or overhangs. We have additional configurations for handle cutouts, for example. Here, for the handleless front configurations, you can specify the joint width as 20, the cutout height as 30, and the radii as either 10 or 5 millimeters. Automatically, corresponding cutouts or handle cutouts will be generated. Now let's take a look at the preconfiguration for cutouts in countertops. Here, you have the option to define the thickness of the countertop. You can define the front left and front right overhangs, and also the distance between them. You can also define corner rounding. Additionally, you can define the transverse strips, and the software will create a cabinet with the appropriate cutouts. For the next preconfiguration, I'll change the width of the cabinet to 1000 or 1500. I'll select 3 segments at the top and 3 segments at the bottom. I'll create a copy with 1500 width and set the width of the segments to 500. I can define them as empty as well. Here we have a function for preconfigurations for blinds. In several cupboards, I have the possibility here to position a blind directly to it. So, this is a new intelligent object that is created here, and this object can be freely edited later on in the info palette. For individual cabinets, we have the option to use this command to load this configuration directly. The command is called and so, I can immediately assign the blind using the corresponding command. Cross-panel fronts allow me to design fronts across multiple segments and thus have control over the hinge position. I have 3 segments, a 3-part division in the lower segment, and now I can determine that the hinge should be on the right here, confirm it all with OK. And thus get the corresponding changes to this door, which, or this pull-out, can then extend over multiple segments, and of course, this is also taken into account in the cut list. A new function or new preconfiguration for sides as tunnels allows the possibility to generate panels and sides in one go. Here, I can define the tunnel thickness, filling thickness confirmed, simply with OK, and thus have an immediate upright construction here. One could misuse this to hide the front sides and generate a table. The imagination knows no limits here. I'll revoke this configuration and we'll look at another configuration. Last but not least, here's the possibility to generate clothes rails. Now we get the template dialog displayed, so in the template dialog, the clothes rails are ultimately stored because it's relevant for the drillings, so I can say that a clothes rail should be defined in the lower segment and just confirm it with OK. Here we can, of course, also assign templates, and when we apply the X-ray view then we see that a clothes rail was also created here.